Hello, welcome back to another live trading session. Traders, here last day of trading week, Friday, and I'm really excited to open few position again. As usual, we are trading here every single day in the live market. I believe you guys also here ready for another trading day, and pretty important trading day. Guys, look at here, you can see the market is currently in a trend, especially on gold, and which is, if you look here in this trending market, the price is eventually trying to break up here, as we discussed in our previous session as well. The market from this daily support getting back to the upside here, and that might be going further in that area on XAUUSD. So let's see that where the market is currently trending here in that area, and it is crucial to look at that overall market structure in this direction here, where the price action is heading. So if we look at gold, and we also will be looking at the other currency pairs. So if you look at here on DXY, also we are looking at USD JPY as well. That important to look at British pound US dollar. Now, first of all, we'll be looking at gold complete analysis, and then we will be looking at also USD JPY to see if there is any entry. You open also the currency pairs. Now, are you excited for today's trading session here? If you, then make sure you like this stream, and I see the like is going up. Make sure you make it to the same as the view, and also you can let me know in the live chat if you are trading anything other than gold to have a look at, to analyze. And if anyone want to ask for an analysis, you don't have to request, you can ask, no problem. You can ask for an analysis, and then just make sure that you also use the time frame. So you are 15 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes, write the currency pair, write the time frame, and I will be giving the analysis that, in my strategy, how it comes, and then you can make your trading decision, either you should be going or no. So now here, if we looked at our previous session, we looked at the technical analysis on XAUUSD, and of that technical analysis, dollar CAD to hour. Okay, we'll be looking at, as we just begin, and we will be looking at XAUUSD, and then I'm looking at dollar CAD shortly for you. Thanks for the question. So looking at here on gold, now daily chart, if you look at traders previous day, there was a big red candle followed by a narrow doji here in that area. Now with this doji, that you can see the market has created a long wick doji on the daily time frame, right? And that daily doji is significant because after a big drop, a doji. Now this is a slowdown of this move that you can see in that area. So with that slowdown here, the market may, if you look at here, it left a significant imbalance in that area. And that imbalance is quite important. If you look at here, there was an imbalance, and with this imbalance, the price action in this zone is entirely, if you look at that, it's a pure imbalance, and the market could slowly bounce off that level to this area of imbalance, and we can see the price is slowly pushing back here upside in that area. Now after a long consolidation, there was a, you look at here, I've already posted analysis, there was a trunk pattern that we have seen that means tree trunk in that area. So with that circle of this zone, and we can see that the market is breaking out. Now that breakout can bring that new potential selling opportunity here in that area. So that, sometimes the market really creates interesting structure. You guys see that sometimes fish pattern, sometime boat pattern. We'll be looking at this kind of structure. On the 2 hour, there is an ascending channel. Okay, the support line hasn't been broken for over a month. It was close to breaking it, but reacted nicely off the support line. 2 hour. Usually I do not look at 2 hour, but I will be looking at here to see. On the 2 hour, there is an ascending channel. This one. You mean this one? On gold. It's an ascending channel. And that ascending channel we can see also in 1 hour. Yeah, we can see that 2 hour ascending channel. And then maybe try the 4 hour. Sorry. Okay, so that's fine. They're not, time frame is just for the multiple time frame. You can look at ascending. Yeah, so 4 hour. Now 2 hour looks clearly visible here, the channel, which is an ascending channel. Oh, okay, descending channel. This is a descending. Ascending and descending. It's create a confusion. So for the ascending channel, it's large ascending upward channel. I think the channel that you could see here is the 1 minute chart here on gold, or the 2 minutes. If you want to look at the 2 minutes, yeah, or 5 minutes. 5 minutes is it's showing a trend. I still don't, the structure sometimes is very confusing. I still don't consider it as a channel. It's a very high momentum trend market. Now you can see that it's trending. So this is, I will identify, yeah, on gold 4 hour. Yeah, so there is a if you look at the 1 hour, 1 hour, there is a channel here. Yeah, so sometime at different time frame it appears, sometime it doesn't. Difficult to explain on here. No, I understand. Sometimes it's because the market is really, you see that some of the analysis that I post, I try to communicate to the members as much as I can. It's hard because the market is really very random and chaotic, that I would say. It's like a tree. So if you look at, bring 10 mango trees, okay, you'll see that everyone is differently built. All are mango trees, but the shape is different and difficult to explain without a visual. Yeah, absolutely. I understand. This is a completely understandable situation. Especially, in the market, you'll see that the pattern form, right? And pattern is sometime, you'll get confused. If you look at, let's say, right, and then, but if you have a lot of them, it sometimes create a visual illusion, that I would say. Okay, the market also create that visual illusion, and that's why more often I think you guys have the same experience, thinking that it's an uptrend and buying, and after some time you realize that actually it was in a downtrend, just was a pullback. And that's why you see that I switch time frame, is because of that reason. Because the time frame, when I switch over and over again, two things can give you a clear idea about the market traders. This is very important. One thing is trading single instrument every day, you see, and trading one single instrument every day, every session will give you each detail of this instrument. That's why whenever I look at the chart, I know that where the price is. You see, this is now, and because I traded the previous session always looking at the same chart, so I have a clear map of the market. This is the best thing of trading one instrument every day, every session, and you become master of it. And to do that, you need to trade on lower time frame, because you can trade on higher time frame. It doesn't mean that you have to trade, but what I was saying that if you trade one instrument and let's say you trade on 4 hour, probably you can have 1 or 2 trades in a week or more, but it's gonna be very slow for you. To trade on 4 hour as a swing trader, you need to look at the multiple currency pairs. And more importantly, another disadvantage also that I would say, trading multiple currency pair, it's all traders I'm saying is from my experience, and it's the real thing, guys, is that the market actually, you will find, if let's say you picked 5 major currency pairs, right? 5 of them. Actually, you are trading one of them. That's what, this is where another difficulty. You pick 5 or 6, you are actually trading one of them. So it exposes you risk even more, because you pick, let's say 6 major currency or 5 major currency, including metal, and you open 4 trades, and you see that in 4, either all of, like, so if I give you an example, let's say you open euro dollar, USD, GBP USD, AUD USD. Now if you buy euro dollar, you also buy GBP USD, you also buy AUD USD. So they are moving in the same direction. If they are going up, all of them going up. If they are going down, all of them coming down. So basically you are trading one, but exposing more risks. So that's why it is best to trade. For me, I always trade on one currency, 1 or 2. We can trade on USD JPY, one metal, one currency. And trading on lower time frame gives me a lot of flexibility in terms of trading fast time during the high volume session, and then taking the profit, closing the trade, looking at the next one. You guys see that every single day we are trading on live. And also I'm sharing all my trade in the premium group. For those who are in the premium group, you are welcome. Welcome to this live trading session as well. And so with that movement here, with the currency, with the current movement, from this double bottom that you can see, the market had a breakout from gold. Now we are going to the real chart analysis. And if you look at this chart analysis here, this is an uptrending market at the moment. For this zone here, it's in an uptrend, but it reached, if you look at here, a very high price here, and there are imbalance. So as we discussed in our previous session as well, we will be opening position from a key area of value, and that's what we are looking at here in this market, from a key area of value. And once we see that, you see this is currently a significant bullish move of this level in this last 15 minutes. So what's the reason if you look at that gold is going up? Let's understand also the geopolitical context as well as the fundamental that we will be looking at here. So you see that some of the current calendar. First of all, I would like to calendar. There isn't any significant data release on instruments, so we will be looking at the market to move freely today. There is no red folder news. Might be yellow or orange folder, but I only care about the red folder news in terms of the data. So, and if you look at the geopolitics and other factors that might be, now gold is going up with the technical. Let's look at okay, so we have discussed. There is a quick news, I think came in the 9 minutes ago. It's from so I think that's care the market. US considers 20 billion cash for uranium deal with Iran. So here is an important news, I think. The US and Iran negotiating over a 3-page plan to end war, with one element under discussion being that the US would release 20 billion in frozen Iranian funds, return for Iran giving up its stockpile of enriched uranium. It's considered 20 billion cash for uranium and deal with Iran. Okay, so this is the news, and let's see that what comes up. But that is a, and so if you look at this, maybe one of the reason that gold is going up. You see, that's why I always keep eye as a short-term trader looking at the breaking news. Very important. Now, not only looking at the breaking news, also interpreting that news. So that is bringing, now you see that in this zone here there is an upside bias. So how does the traders interpret the news? We'll not be looking at from, because as a trader we have to look at the market context, that how the traders will interpret that news, why the gold is going up. Let's understand that. So that brings a potential for this war. You know, I got quite a few times the same question. Let me explain to you guys. Usually gold is safe haven, right? So gold is considered, gold, dollar and USD JPY, they are considered for the safer investment. Now in this, during this war, gold was pre-war gold was bullish, right? During the war we saw that there was a significant break below, which is considering a potentially pullback. So the reason that gold is now up is also, look at the WTI, it's on a downtrend. Okay, at the moment it's not a long-term picture that we can consider because there has been still uncertainty, but it's not done, but they're considering. This is the news that we have got. So, and now if energy is coming down, that means that oil for short term, then or long term, depending on how the market reacts to that. But at the moment, mainly the market we see that is with the oil and gold mirroring. Okay, so if you look at the oil is down, that gold is going up. So that means we are looking to see for short term rise here with the current market volatility as the price action. So this is only the piece of the news that we are using for this move here. And also we see another the pre-news that we have seen. Trump says Iran war going swimmingly and should be ending pretty soon. Okay, so these are two the news that is currently moving the market. Now, any other factors to look at? Also, I will be looking at some other medias to see if anyone have an idea of what is current the market status in terms of the sentiment. You can share your thought. All right, so it's pushing up, and that is what we can see the market now reacting to that for this session with this NOI session. So we are looking at here for an entry of this level here. So you can see that there is a lower time frame trend that you can see here. This is a 1 minute chart, and the market is in an trend here. So, and we will be looking for now entry back to the upside. I will be it will test 4974 near term, 49 it's too high, right? So how did you come up with that figure? Is because of this 4974. Why is about 4974? Oh, so that means this doji that you I understand now. This is a key zone, and what I think that if this market tests this support, which is the 4974 doji, that I would say that even it could go even higher. It could even break this high here, break 5042, because this doji is a liquidity zone, because in this whole move there is only one narrow doji. Usually the market try to move that far more often, and even why we shouldn't think of going back to break this high here. This market, I wouldn't consider that it's gonna be straight bouncing back again, going to create a new all-time high. That could happen, but there might be an extended range here. So if you look at, we are almost nearing to the end of the month. If we see that the monthly close has gone back up, then there can be some range either with the trend or without trend in this zone before it finally going back to create a new all-time high. So this is a bigger picture. As you can see, now we are a short-term trader, so daily look at the ICT move. Now here is the daily rejection of this support that you can see, and with this daily bullish and call for the market now moving back. Yesterday it reversed from 4792, I said. What do you mean by? Okay, so you mean 4794, you mean? I think you just, anyway. Okay, we got it. So you mean that reverse from 4792. Okay, at the moment, let's remain very simple. You know that, guys, simplicity is the king in trading. Keep in mind that. Very important to look at. Now, the more simpler you are, the better to follow the strategy, especially lower time frame trader. Need to be very simple, because sometime we need to make trading decision within 1 minute, less than a minute. What are you looking for? Entry, coach. So breakup structure. You see the trend line that I have drawn here? That's what we are looking at now. This is a 1 minute chart, looking for breakup structure. 4 hour, already the market has made a big giant move back to the upside. So the few levels that we are looking at here, and I'm deleting all other levels here. These 2 levels that you can see, we want to see the breakup trend line. So this breakup trend line will give us a breakup strong trend, and then once it comes down below, if it comes, we will be looking for buy. The market structure is strongly bullish, so may continue to rise back here above. So do you agree that? Do you think that it's gonna be like that? And I would like to start with a pool. Where's the bias on gold today? And so bull and bearish. So I have shared a pool here with you guys, and you can share your thought. What do you think today on gold? And in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so. Make sure you press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day, with the full description of the analysis. Okay, going back here, it's pushing back to the upside already, and it didn't break from the structure. The momentum is higher. Usually, if you want to trade this kind of momentum, need to be wait a little bit. I usually hesitate to enter a market that is, straight going up without pullback. At any point, you can expect it to return again back to the support level. That's how the market does. Let's have a little volume already on the market. Let's on this music. Okay, so with a liquidity sweep, it's pushing back here to the upside, and here is what you want to see the market to eventually drop further lower. Okay, so here we'll be waiting for a breakout structure. Let me see how many traders have bought it. You can just press the bot button, guys, to see that. Okay, welcome. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you very much. Even if you don't agree, that's fine. You know, in fact, you know, the market needs both buyers and seller, because when there is a buyer, there has to be a seller. And there is a seller, there has to be a buyer. So we just need to be on the to be profitable in the flow. That's where we need to be. Okay, so here in that zone, the market structure is eventually it's breaking upside. I would think of buying, but it's very overextended. It's overbought. Don't you think it's overbought? If you look here, you can see the market is almost approaching that level where there is overbought. And that's key here to look at. Okay, waiting for a complete break of the structure, then we can look for buying of that level. So we can see there is in this area there is a consolidation, and looking for the market to eventually break that low to come back down here to this support area. Now current level that we are looking at, this trend line, for the market to eventually drop down back to this support area, which is we are looking at here in that area. And once we see the market breaks that trend line, we are looking for entry. And to enter, also it is essential that traders, we have the lot size calculator. Can you say you have that? So you're ready for an entry here back below for this potential trend in the market. Okay, it's trying to break that support, and I will be happy to go long below. We will be placing a pending order. First, let's see that how much it's coming. We see that there is a 1 hour candle close coming, and this 1 hour candle close that you can see, this is an uptrending market, and of that uptrending market, that if you look at closely, we can see that the market was maintaining an uptrend here. So before this 1 hour candle close, we have 2 minutes time, and during that time, once the market, if you look at here, it didn't test this 20 EMA yet, so that expecting a deep drop of this level, and then to give us potential entry. We might go for a entry with a market order, or we'll be waiting for the market to pull back deeply. It's breaking out again, that you can see before the 1 hour candle close. So if the market breaks below here for another liquidity sweep in that area, we will be looking for going long. As you can see, there is significant move back to the upside here in this zone, and because it's still maintaining an uptrend. 4 hour price action that you can see is made way upside. So here the market has closed with a red bear candle in that area, and I will be going long here with buy market of this level from this zone, keeping the stop loss below this support area. We will be targeting not a big move because the market is still showing that moved a lot, and with this move they're expecting the market to eventually we might see deeper pullback, but however in this area that looking to see the market to give another wave of bounce back to the upside. So it will be a buy entry of this level. You see this is an uptrending market, and it has dropped for this deeper pullback of this level, and we'll be keeping 97 pip stop loss here in the area. So here I open buy, and we will be as soon as the market managed to break this recent high. So if you look at here, is if the market goes back here, we will get almost to 80 pip, and I will be taking half profit and will be closing the rest of the half position for another move. We'll be looking for one single bounce here, and once the market managed to break this high, we'll be securing that nearly to 80 pip, and we'll be taking the stop loss at entry. The 5-minute candle also closing. So here we are looking to target to this level to around 80 pip for another bounce back to the upside. It's an uptrending market. Going to see the market trend to continue back here above to the major direction of the trend. So there's a 5-minute candle close coming, which created a pretty long wick body, and looking to see the market to go back again for another retest. I'm on it, still holding on, and anytime I'm taking profit, I will let you know, guys. If I see that the market structure not showing as strongly bullish, we will be taking the profit as soon as possible. getting reacted to that level. And okay, I'm taking now half of the profit right now and closing the rest of the position. I've taken the half of the position and moving the stop loss at entry. Come on, we taken. It's almost might go for a full TP hit, but I have taken over 100 pip and I'm moving my stop loss at entry. So I'm moving stop loss at entry, and I moved my stop loss at entry, and you can see the market is in fact getting here back above, and we might take the full TP shortly after, might be hitting that one, and just little I have manually closed it, though it is at TP. That's a massive move. Now, second trade of the day. Did you enjoy that? Say yes if you enjoyed that. So 2TP hit today and successfully closed on gold, and we are looking for further entry later today. Thank you. Do you like this stream? Do you do profitable trades? Thank you. No problem. You're always welcome. Okay, so now if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do so. Press the notification bell so that you're not missing any of the content that I'm posting every day. It's gone back up, which is very good. Thank you very much. So total we secured here nearly to 170 people. So it's Friday, we will be trading more, but before we go to the next one, let's have a music on to celebrate that. Alright, so off this buy level that you guys can see, the market has made a massive move of this. We've taken this one for around 170 pip, it moved to 450 pip. And this is our second trade today in this live session. This is gonna be really exciting. As you can see, this week we had majority of the trade winner, and we want to keep winning, guys, every day in this live session with all of you together. If you are enjoying this trading session that I'm doing every day, make sure you don't miss out by pressing the subscribe button and also press the notification bell so that you are not missing any of the content that I am posting every day. Okay, more to take. Now it's on a pullback. I will be discussing the next plan. As a trader, we need to be hungry. Are you hungry or not? Say yes. If you are hungry, then we can look for another one. If not immediately, even later today. So say yes. As a trader, stay hungry, and at the same time also stay in control of your trading account, not in anything else. So it's important that you have always keep eye on your trading account. And this is another trading psychology tricks, and I would say that it's absolutely true to almost every human trader, right? We all human as a trader, but now we have our robot also running every single day, consistently growing. And we have, every strategy that I trade also I have programmed to be an assistant for me, right? You can create your own trading assistant who will trade you when you are at sleep. And that also eliminates the emotion that coming with trading, right? Because, if you look at it, we take 170 pip. If you have a strategy that you set for 3 to 1, you still can extend with the artificial intelligence to take the profit for you. And that is what you, as a trader, it's always much easier to take smooth trading that we are trading every single day. And it is important that also there is a misconception which I'll tell you guys how the trading is really, really easy to do if we understand the concept, right? You see the mobile phone that you are using? It's a program, right? It's just a program. It's a computer that you are using, it's a program. Digital watch that you are using, it's a program. The TV that you are watching is also a program. It's a language, right? If you look at that, trading with the robot is also a program. So if we can trade manually, we can trade also with a robot. Simple. because it's just the strategy being translated into a program. And it becomes easy because, you know what? I remember when I began my trading, one day I have a strategy. I need to buy from here. My stop loss is here. And it was a very easy strategy, and still I trade those strategy whenever it happens. The market, crossover of 10 and 20 MA, the price dropped to the 20 MA. I buy, stop loss 1.5, 8 year to 2 8 year, TP target 3 to 1. This is my entry criteria. But, you all have a regular life. You'll see that someday emotionally you are not patient enough to enter the trade from that 20 MA. I'm sure that you will resonate with that. Sometimes it feels impatient due to many reasons. Then what happened? I bought before the market to come back to 20 MA. And then my stop loss became earlier and it hit the stop loss. The market is still gone to the profit target, but still it didn't hit the profit target. Like, only because I entered earlier. Now I can watch TV if I don't feel like good to trade, and then I leave my entry because the program, I tell the program to buy when the market goes to the 20 MA, and the program will do that. It's an assistant, right? Trading assistant. It's the way the market works. And with the current market sentiment, especially if you're trading on lower time frame, is much more easy to do that, because lower time frame trading requires high degree of concentration and also fast decision making. How long you're trading? You can share your experience. Okay, so I'm aware this is news and fundamentally driven right now, but how are we creating higher highs without falling lower FBG? Okay, got your point. We'll be looking at. Okay, we got a volatility news. Okay, so Trump, Iran has just announced that the Strait of Iran is fully open and ready for full passage. Okay, so you saw that that's what the market has really moved it. Can you see what happened with the WTI? This is what happened. You see, that's why breaking news is so important on trading, right? Is because this FVG don't always have to be filled, and it can take a long time to fill that. Yeah, I will be discussing that one as well. Now you guys see that WTI had a significant break of this support. In this time, on what time? I'm just looking at the WTI and gold move, right? WTI is entirely moving opposite of gold. So oil has just broken this support with this breaking news. And with this oil break the support, gold has broken the resistance, right? We can see that just broken the resistance. Now, So that's the primary reason that we saw the market has suddenly broken out. With the primary news that we discussed, there is an ease of the market, and we can see that the market has shown that now this is a very strong momentum in the market. For those who, I got one question, FBG don't always have to be filled out, it can take a long time. Yes, it depends on the volume and momentum. Okay, FVG can come to fill. So FVG, the market leaves the FVG depending on the volume. See, one simple analogy will give you clear explanation. The higher the demand, the faster the price will move, and will leave more and more fair value gap, more and more imbalance in the market. Because when there is a high degree of demand, it's gonna have more and more buying pressure. And once you see the market has that much of buying pressure, you'll see that the market in fact will go a lot. So because as soon as more buyers coming, the market will keep pushing up and up. Okay, so this is what, if you look at that, the market is potentially making in that direction. So that being said, then it's just okay. It wasn't just news driven. It bounced off the lower trend line for long term. Yep. And trading with a higher momentum market is also advantageous, is because you can expect the market again go back in the direction. You see that there is a very stronger momentum. The market could eventually go back again in the same direction. This is the part of trading. That's how the market moves. We had back-to-back two pretty successful trading session here. And And with this current movement, if you look at here, the price action now on this deep pullback in this market here, and with also the long week candlestick pattern being formed here in that area, they're looking for the market to eventually dip here and then to reverse again back up for another higher high creation. So support, if you look at, this is the lower time frame support, and the market may, if you look at it, left also the order block on the 1 minute with this narrow red candlestick pattern, where the smart money was the buyer. Now if the market here dropped further lower, we would see the price action to go up further here to create a new higher high in this market. So we can see that a 30 minutes candle close with a pretty long, there's a long wick, which is a pretty big long wick here in that area that you can see. And that long wick is significantly important. That can give us a potential entry of that level. And this is a support area that we are looking at in this zone. For the market is most likely we'll see again another drop down back below. It may now come back to retest this, any of this support, and once we see that the price has also, it's on the 1 hour support. So this is a large long wick candle, and that long wick candle might try to fill some of this long wick later today. And with that feeling, looking for the market to give us that entry here in that area. With such long, could that be a reversal? Let's look at that point. We have secured that trade. Now we'll be looking at from the fresh perspective again. So if you look at here, that from the 4 hour, which is one single breakout, daily move, weekly pretty stronger bullish from the 1 hour, that you can see the market is here going back up. Now there might be a retest, but there is a very stronger bullish momentum. And the news, the opening of the Strait of Hormuz is actually, we see that oil had a significant downtrend at the moment. If you look at the weekly, here you can see from the weekly perspective, with a gap open, the market is coming to this key support area, right, which is the previous resistance turn support. Now if the oil is coming down, which we could see further lower with the opening of that, I think Strait of Iran or Strait of Iran, okay, Strait of Hormuz, it says here, okay. So we could see that the market to, if the oil is coming down, gold is still potentially to be upside here. So because there is a very stronger bullish breakout, we can expect now the lower time frame uptrend continuation. It might come for a deeper breakup structure, but this kind of trend I wouldn't consider to be a complete reversal. Rather, this breakdown can provide another buying opportunity of this important support area. So therefore, order block is another opportunity to give us that buying. All right, so this is the current level that we might be able to see potential buying. 4841 or below here is the area that we are looking at here in this market. So it's maintaining that uptrend that you can see here in that area, and candle close is pushing back again. So the current support is here. I'm about to look for more entry, and it's having potentially higher volume. We see that this trend line has broken in this area. Now it has created another order block. So with a initial breakout, it's moving again for another retest of this order block. That might be coming to that order block. we'll be looking for. So with a few long week price action confirmation here, the market is trying to break back to the upside in that area. So I think this from also Iran Foreign Minister Argachi passes for all commercial vessels through Strait of Hormuz is declared open for remaining period of ceasefire. So we in line with the ceasefire in Lebanon, the passage for all commercial vessels through the Strait of Hormuz is declared completely open for the remaining period of ceasefire on the coordinated route as already announced by port and maritime organization. Okay, so there is and that has now significant news for this move here in that market. So we are looking here for the market to deeply pull back below to the support area, and the price action, if you look at, this is the 5-minute chart, and we see that so far bullish, and I would like to secure potentially another trade. We have secured 2. Have you been with us in our previous live session, traders, in the London live? And as we have got 1 lucky members joined from the London live, that means London session live. And now we are in area where from this session on Friday, if you join the free Telegram, you might be able to have a entry on Sunday's Zoom session. So don't miss out that. From this session, as usual, we'll be taking 1 lucky members. That means 1 lucky person from this live session directly to join the premium group where I'm sharing my personal trades and also my personal strategy courses and also all the expert advisors that I'm running currently, and you can straight access all of them. So stay tuned till the end of this live session to directly join from here, and we'll be creating one person link to join as the spots are very limited. However, in this session also we discuss a lot, so if you couldn't join, then don't miss to join the live session. And here, not only trade, we discuss about the trading psychology, trading education, as well as trading psychology. Trading psychology, big part of trading. Remember that 70%, I wouldn't consider 70%, let's say 50% of your Trading success will depend on your trading psychology, which is the key to look at. So 50% of your trading success will depend on your trading psychology. The rest of the 50% will be distributed to technical analysis, risk management, and other areas that we are looking at. Spoken back below here. Now, if the market drop down straight back below to this support, we can look for further entry again back to the upside here in that market. Okay, so getting ready for another entry. We have seen the geopolitical and the sentiment currently bullish for gold, while we can see that which is bearish for oil. That is giving an vital, important information how we can look for the later this session, as well as we are almost at the end of the week, and also what might happen in the next week as well. You can see the market of this now breaking below back to the order block, and let it drop down here, and we can later look for further entry opportunity from that order block. Now here with a break that you can see the market is again having a move up, and that may continue to rise here back above to create a new higher high. Okay, so of this support, the market slowly moving here in that direction that you can see, and with a doji formation from this support level, that the price action to bounce and continue to rise here back above to create a new higher high in this market. So that here, that if you look at the 15 minutes price action, we are looking at here in that area with a doji, we'll be looking for potentially break again, and that might goes higher here to create new higher high. We can see that there is another bullish move that we can see it form here, and of that bullish price action, they're expecting the market to move up and potentially to create a new higher high here in that area. And with a doji, that looking for the price action to continue to trend back in that area to create a new higher high. So once the market, we see that there is a pullback enough back below, we'll be looking for buy entry. Breakout structure that you can see the market has moved up, which has gone back to this key area. And as the market is trending in this area, we'll be looking for this price action to eventually bounce off that level. And that's a key area of value that you will be looking at. If you look at of this support, there is a movement back, and we are looking at the market to go ahead and break that resistance line in that area. It's still maintaining an uptrend, and we will be looking for buy entry from this support. Okay, we can see that from the lower time frame, the market has shown a bullish price action, and we are looking to see here an upside bias in that area. And with a doji, that the market is maintaining that uptrend, and we are looking for a possible move here back, potentially to create a new higher high. And we will be entering after a breakout structure in that area. Once you see the market has maintained that breakout structure, has broken back below to this support. If we see enough confirmation, you can look at here more of 10. You see that probably we'll see that the market has dropped, but we didn't enter if we see that the price action not confirming. So the market is maintaining an uptrend here. This is support area that you can see the market is approaching, and of that support, that looking for the price action to break back to the upside, that you can see. So here is a pretty long week that you can see the market might go here to retest, and they're expecting the price to respect that support and then to potentially to return. So the market trend here showing that it's still bullish and it still can continue to rise here back above in the major direction of the trend. Okay, so the price now on a pullback here, and that's key to look at that the market to coming back to this support, and off that support they're expecting the market to drop further lower and then to bounce back up. With this, from this top here that you can see, the market has this is a one-way move back to this support. That is what we are looking at for the market to again bounce back to the upside here in that area. And for us to be able to look for further entry opportunity, that looking to see the market to drop down to any of this key level. Key level is the key, guys. This is what you are looking at to trade from the key level. Now we had massive 2 sales today, right? 2 sale, and from the important zone, and as with this current running winning streak going on, such a long, could this become a reversal? It didn't, as we discussed. It bounced again. Now you can see that from this top the market is coming down. One very important price action traders need to look at always is that wait for the market to come down to an important area of value. That's the secret. Always wait for the price action to come back to the key level. That means not only coming to the key level, but also coming to a key level with a bigger move. That is the secret, with a bigger move. When the market come back to the key level with a bigger move, you always have an edge. You see that like that. When you see that one single move to the key level, that is the secret, right? Because the smart money usually buy or sell from this kind of breakup structure. Now here with this move, it's keep coming down back below. This is entire breakup structure, but with this entire breakup structure, looking for the market to fall down back below. And with this movement here, looking for the market trend to continue, and you can see the market now approaching this trend line, which is the long-term trend line for this lower time frame, and breaking below is another area. After this massive breakout that we have seen earlier with the 4-hour price action, the market is again in a trend that you can see here which the price action now trying to push back again from that zone. And from this high here, it may now deepen. There is, if you look at, there is a 20 EMA. From this high, the price action coming lower, back below. Looks pretty, the pack to it, quite a few high impact news that you can see. And off this level, you can see the market started to turn back below. Okay, it's pushing back off this as it just broken the trend line. That's the key to look at here. From this support that you can see, the price action is breaking back to the upside here, which is a very important support that you can see of that level, and breaking that trend to the upside here in this area, that the market may move back upside, which is a key zone that you can see here in that area. So with if you look at here, from this support there is another initial bounce, and that looking to see the market to trend back to the support and then to break back to the upside here. Now with a long bearish engulfer that you can see in this area, that is eventually potentially breaking further low, and that can bring the market lower back to this support or even further lower here. It's trying to break above in this area, and It's trying to break out here of this level and trying to move here back above. It might go back to this key level of resistance here in that area, and it is in fact in an uptrend. So I do really keep a bit of patience in terms of the entry. And as you can see, it's Friday, guys, and we had an incredible trading session. This is only the session, this is only the channel where every single day we are opening, and we had an incredibly high open rate. If you guys can check every trade open this week on the list on the top, that you can see 68p positive, 26p positive, 29p positive, 35p positive, 86p positive, 40p positive, 170p just in few minutes ago. Now looking forward to the next week, guys, rocking the market with almost an incredibly high win rate. And I believe you guys also enjoyed this session, this week's trading session. Next week still we'll have more to come, and Sunday I am organizing an exclusive Zoom discussion where you can ask any question. You can see all my PNL, you can see all my trades, all my strategies, and from that lucky session few members can directly upgrade to the premium. Today, if you look at here in this session, as I discussed earlier, traders, that here we'll be taking one lucky member from these patient traders. We'll be now posting a channel link in the live chat, and you can take that opportunity to become a part of Forex Trading Wizard Academy lifetime member. So link is given for the premium channel to join. The first members will be able to exclusively join the premium group, and you can access exclusive indicators such as this one here, trade engine, strategy, trade analysis, and everything that I'm sharing every single day. That being said, traders, thanks for joining here, and I'll see you again very soon, trading live again in the next day, next week, first one, every single day, twice. We'll see you there. Until that, stay well, stay happy.